Dundalk Middle School. This is Kara.
And Ephraim.
Bringing you your morning announcements.
On WDMS News.
Today is Monday, March 6, 2017, a day today in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. March 6th.
In 1930, industrialist and inventor Clarence Birdseye introduced prepackaged, quick frozen food to American consumers. On this day in 1944, heavy bombers staged the first American raid on Berlin of World War II. Today in 1981, longtime CBS News anchor Walter Cronkite signed off for the last time.
And that's the way it is. Friday, March 6, 1981.
And on this day in 1899, the German company Bayer trademarked the name aspirin. It soon became a miracle drug worldwide, but during World War I, Bayer got its own headaches. The company lost its trademark, the patent expired, and aspirin became a generic name and product.
Sorry for the sound effect. Ryan. Weather, sports. Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the DMS Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated.
Let's go to the newsroom to check on the weather and sports.
It was 35 degrees this morning. It will be cloudy today and we should reach a high of 57 degrees. Here's weather for the remainder of the week. Now for the sports report. The Lady Maryland Terps beat Purdue 74-64 yesterday to be in the top 10. The Washington Capitals play the Dallas Stars at home tonight. If the game goes like most other games at home this season, they will be in the teens for the number of wins at home. Now back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. The DMS yearbook staff are looking for your selfies, baby pictures, and personal quotes for this year's yearbook. They may be given to Miss Bullock in room 106 or submitted at dundalkyearbook@gmail.com. All submissions are due by March 17th. You can still order a yearbook. Forms can be found in room 106 or in the main office. You can also order online at ybpay.lifetouch.com. Use 1068117 as your code. All orders must be placed by April 3rd.
The PBIS Hoot Cart will be open every Wednesdays during the lunch shift. Bring your hoot to redeem them for cool hoot merchandise. The Hoot Cart will open 7 minutes into lunch and close within the last 7 minutes of lunch.
Attention students, stop by our library to check out this year's Black Eyed Susan nominated books. If you read 3 or more of them by end of March, you will be invited to a pizza lunch in the library.
Sweet Frog on Wise Avenue is having another fundraiser for DMS today from 1 until 9 p.m. Take a flyer from school and turn it in as you place your order. DMS will receive 20% off your total order for student activities.
Student Council is sponsoring Pennies for Patients, which is a foundation that helps kids with leukemia. They are trying to raise $500 to help. Please join in their efforts.
Track and field begins March 14th. If you are interested, pick up the required forms from Mr. Monaco in room 302. All of the completed forms will need to be turned into Mr. Monaco or Miss Davis prior to March 14th.
The recycling crew will be collecting your recyclables today. There will be a tennis interest meeting on March 9th from 3 until 4 p.m. in room 100. Please see Mrs. Williams or Mr. Kirby before the meeting to get the necessary paperwork. We will be having an assembly today. Remember to be SR squared. 6th graders will have their assembly at 12 o'clock, 7th graders at 1 o'clock, and 8th graders at 2 o'clock. Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Ephraim with a few words of wisdom. Have you heard Aesop's story, The Lion and the Mouse? It goes something like this. As the lion lies sleeping in the sunshine, the little mouse runs across his paw and wakes him up. The lion is going to eat him up, And when the little mouse cries, "Oh, please let me go. Someday I may help you," the big lion thinks that's an amusing idea and decides to set the mouse free. Not long after, the lion finds himself caught in a net, and the little mouse gnaws through the rope and sets the lion free. So what's the moral of the story? Whether we are big or small, mighty or meek, we all have within us the power to be kind. In the words of Sophocles, kindness begets or produces kindness. Today, be a mighty individual. Be kind to others. It could make a big difference in their lives, and maybe your own. With something to think about, this is Ephraim. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Now here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Team DMS. Hopefully everyone had a restful and relaxing weekend, back and better than ever. We only have a couple more weeks in the third quarter, so it's very important that you're checking your progress on BCPS 1. You're meeting with teachers, determining what missing work you can make up. Coach, class are also looking at your redos. This is another reminder, students, and this is an expectation. Book bags and lockers, hoods and hats off, and also students, unless you're picking up a sibling, you are not permitted on the elementary school property. I went there. We're sending Officer Mabry there on certain days, Mr. Oliver. If you're found on there, you can end up getting in a lot of trouble, and I don't want to see you in trouble there. Again, unless you're picking up a sibling, you are not permitted on the elementary school campus. Thank you. Now back to Karen Ephraim. Have an awesome day.
This is Ephraim.
And Kara, reminding you to
Have a marvelous Monday.